Hello everyone, I've been playing D&D for a while now, and this video will be the first in a series of streams in which me and a few of my friends play together. But we're a little way into our campaign for you guys to just jump in, so I thought that you guys deserve a little TLDR on some of the lore and important events slash things you might want to remember whilst watching the streams. First and foremost, welcome to the world. It's made up of 6 regions. We have the Human Kingdom, Dragon Empire, Dwarf Realms, Elf Lands, Orc Tribes, and the Lost Kingdom. In this world, legendary artifacts called codexes exist. The codexes were made at the end of the Celestial Devil War, where the rulers of the different planes of existence made artifacts that mimic the power of that plane of existence. Codex users were once in a generation, and if you put these codexes into the wrong hands, they could destroy those planes. Wrong hands would be such as the Necromancer Kings and Queens. These guys are kind of powerful foes. They were made by the fallen angel Deimos, who forces people to make deals with him and to serve him for the rest of their lives. In return, he turns them into the peak of necromantic magic. A king and queen cannot disobey Deimos, and the only way to cure this curse is to kill the person and bring them back, which has a high chance to fail, or use the codex to cure the curse. Now we go on to a little bit of the history. Hell Druid War and the fall of Jackson. During the Third Age, 2 blood brothers called Oryx and Jackson were a part of the first Druidic circle, and they had big plans. Oryx, with his silver mind, made up the first spells of blood magic, and Jackson, with his rage, was able to master the Druid circle of Hell. With this power, they started to unite all the Druid circles by any means necessary. However, what made them different from everyone else was that each of them had their own codex, one of the Feywild and one from Hell itself. During the war, one Druid circle stood high and strong against them, the Dream Druids, but being the biggest threat also made them the biggest target. So Jackson and Oryx, with the power of Hell behind them, wiped out the whole Dream Druid circle, and any survivors were turned into monsters. Once the war came to an end, Jackson started to turn on his own people and wanted to conquer everything. Oryx, after looking back and seeing what Jackson had tricked him into doing, and seeing that his blood brother had changed, he raised a dagger and sent Jackson and his followers down to Hell, which is where Jackson plots his revenge. The Elflands. The Elflands are one of the smallest countries which were first formed after the Hell Druid War, Jackson's defeat, and Oryx stopping the Hell Druid conquest. After this, the Druid circles that survived formed the Elflands. The Elflands' forests and crops, with the help of druidic magic, grew and grew. With this, beasts and druids started to live side by side, allowing the druidic nation to be a place that everyone was welcome. That was until the Orc ambassador came. The Orc came with a group of zombies and skeletons pleading for help that his people were forced to bow down to the Human King, and that they needed the druids' help. After a lot of talking, the druids agreed to help the Orcs free their people from the Human King's control. After a bloody war with the humans, they helped them welcome becoming free. The Orc undead and druids signed an agreement to become allies against anyone who hurt freedom. Going back to the present day, the Elflands are thriving, and war has stopped after a peace deal with the Dragon Empire. Nowadays, many people migrate or flee to this safe place, and it has become a nation where peace is common. Next up, I'm going to talk about the allies and how the party got to know them. First up, King Rot. Rot is a massive shadow dragon. He rules 1/3 of the Dragon Empire. He dislikes other races, but he has helped with fighting alongside the party. He also is father to Queen Shaltir, a member of our party. We first met him when he called upon us to rule Sandtown and to make a name for ourselves as heroes. Sebastian. Sebastian was tricked and used by the fallen angel Deimos to become one of his kings. Under Deimos' influence, Sebastian helped the undead attack not just the party but also the Dragon Empire itself. He became a huge threat as he even obtained an Elder Dragon until the Battle of Sandtown where the party killed him. But due to some divine intervention from the moon goddess Selûne, Sebastian came back as a child. Over time, the party fixed Sebastian, and he is now a full adult again. Sebastian now helps the party with his black magic and helps rule over his own little town. Shinx. Shinx at the moment is next in line for the Claw tribe throne. The party met him after wanting to buy some magic items. He is the second richest man in the world and is one of the few people that can really make powerful magic items. He even has a golem that can take away people's magic. He also is the founder of his own religion called Goldism, where he believes that once he dies, all the gold he has made goes to heaven with him. His main goal is to buy heaven itself. The party also found out he has a codex which allows him to make powerful magic items. Oryx. We kind of already know a little bit about Oryx, but Oryx is a man who has done bad things. One of the first questions he ever asked the party was, what was better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through a great effort? He is an arch-hell druid. He has helped the party with many things, sometimes hurting himself in the process. He also is the maker of blood magic and the last master of it. He is also a powerful caster and a very smart devil. He hates to use his magic, but if it threatens his people, he will send the foe to hell. Fox. Fox first showed up to help as a friend of the party member Valkyrie. She has a good heart along with being one of the most loyal members. Her skills involve making magic scrolls, magic items, and has a knowledge of the arcane world. Virius. Virius is a loyal dragonborn. The party recruited him along with his dragonborns and Aarakocra to help defend the keep and the land of Sandtown. Talion. Talion used to work for the Tabaxi Shinx since he had a massive debt to him. After doing a few jobs for the party, he has paid off his debt, and with the help of Hinrin, another party member, he now works as a scout and a spy master for the party. Edge. Edge is one of the many children of the king of the Claw tribe. She joined the party after Shinx told her to prove herself and to make a lot of gold in the process. She became a very useful ally of the party since she is able to make potions and poisons. But she has a temper, being one of the only people to make a dragon noble say sorry and call her ma'am. Professor Orim Yemina. The professor has been banned from every school in the dwarf realm and a school in heaven. He has dedicated the rest of his life to write a book that has info on every codex and to get the book to be the best seller in the whole world. Their party got him after Hinrin sent him a message that he had a codex, and the rest is history. Tinker and the Orc Blacksmith. Not much is known about them, but the party got them through Virius, and if the party wants something made for the army or themselves, they are the men to do it. Lewis. If Lewis could marry himself, he would do it twice over. The party met him as the ruler over Vanrun, but he was in over his own head. He eventually joined the party, giving Vanrun over to them, whilst keeping his rights as the ruler. In this next part, we're going to talk about what the party has been up to. After getting a castle, the party went to the Lanhurst mine, but on the way there, they were jumped by Jackson. He used hell magic to read through the party's memories in order to find the location of one of his old codexes. After the fight, the party continued to go to the mine, where they fought a powerful necromancer king and queen called Luke and Elizabeth. Elizabeth was beaten and caught while Luke escaped. Talking to Elizabeth, the party all agreed to try to cure her. In order to do so, they went off to find the codex of the Feywild and the arch-hell druid Oryx. They made a deal with Oryx that in return for his help, the party would retake the druid outpost. With the help of a tabaxi called Shinx, the hell druids and Oryx, the party managed to kill Luke and Jackson's right-hand man along with taking back the outpost. But the party was worried as the third highest rank Necromancer King was watching the whole fight. They managed to gain the codex, but not without the loss of a close friend of the party called Fox, who was cursed with vampirism. After recruiting allies from all over the land, the party learnt of a plan from the Necromancer Kings to take over Sandtown and kill everyone. After lots of fighting from both sides, the king retreats after Sebastian is defeated and Rot takes down their leader. The party managed to cure Sebastian after a bit of time with the help of Shinx, but even though he was cured, this led to Sebastian becoming a child for a while. But the party did find out that the king's main goal was to increase Fox's curse, making her more vampiric. The party once again go to Oryx to help cure this curse. He agrees, saying the only way is to go to an abandoned laboratory where the Hell Druids did their curses and where he turned the Dream Druids into monsters. Oryx only asks two things: don't touch any of the books that hold blood magic, and don't let anything out of the laboratory. The party, reaching the end of the laboratory, meet a locked up vampire where he convinces the party into letting him out. The vampire destroys the barrier, keeping the monsters inside and running away with the book, where the party then had to call Oryx to put the barrier back up. In the end, Fox was cured, but at what price? The necromancers and devils have not been seen in large numbers, but a group at Blueskin Peak started to grow, And with that, the party is fighting to see who will rule the land. Will it be them or the pirates? Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. The next one will be more about who the actual party is. Following that, you'll have all the streams that follow kind of suit. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you keep rolling.